The Prophecies of the Age of Aquarius. Prophecies of the Age of Aquarius by Mages Bakongo, Part 1.
Mikhael Massa video. Subscribe, share and comment, please. What are prophecies for? Answer. It is the Spirit of God who gives prophecies to warn men of what is going to happen, and when you are warned, you can take measures to be able to overcome the difficulties that are going to come in case you are told the difficulties in a prophecy. You can take measures to take advantage of what is going to come in case what you are told is positive. And in the present time, Kongo wisdom teaches that the work done by a connoisseur is always of quality, while that of an ignorant person is always mediocre. The same Kongo wisdom also teaches that this means that I prefer that I refuse food, but do not refuse me knowledge because ignorance kills. And this is why Master Jesus said that, you know the truth is the truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. That means the truth will remove you from slavery. I realized that my people, the black people, are perishing through ignorance. Now that we are obliged to address ordinary mortals, we must simplify the message infinitely. In other words, we must popularize science to allow ordinary mortals to understand the message of an eminently technical subject. I divide it into 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph is entitled, The Spirit and the Body in the Universe. The second paragraph is entitled, The Maturation of Planet Earth. And the third paragraph is entitled, The Prophecies of the Age of Aquarius. That man is a spirit dressed in a body. The physical body is visible to physical eyes, and the spiritual body can only be seen by spiritual eyes. But man is a spirit dressed in a body. Planet Earth. It is also a spirit dressed in a body. The body of man has hair, fur, etc. Planet Earth. It is a spirit dressed in a body, and the body of planet Earth, this earth that we see on which grows the species of hair called trees. But in truth, planet Earth has a physical body. The planet Earth has a spirit. This spirit, Kongo wisdom, Bakongo, calls it Ne Mikhael Massa. The planet Earth is a spirit dressed in a body. The sun, too, is a spirit dressed in a body. The sun that you saw there is the physical body of the sun, but the spirit of the sun cannot be visible to the carnal eye. And this spirit of the sun, the Kongo initiates call it Nembumba Loa. That means the solar creator. It is a great genius, a great spirit, a very high God. In other words, it is our Father who is in heaven. It is the patron of the solar system. The solar system can be considered as a kingdom divided into provinces, and these provinces are called the planets. There is a province called planet Earth, a province called Mars, and another Jupiter, Venus, etc. The solar system that we consider as a kingdom, the kingdom of the sun, is a federal type kingdom. Make up all the vocabulary you want, you Bantus. That's your problem. Unitarism is nonsense. The law of the universe is federalism. Everywhere in the universe, it is federalism. And federalism has as motto, unity in diversity and the autonomy of diversity. This means that the solar system is united, but each planet has a certain autonomy of operation. This autonomy which makes us on the planet Earth, but the planet Venus does not bother us. You are on the planet Venus and Saturn does not bother you because you have a certain autonomy of operation. All the great ensembles have as motto unity in diversity and autonomy of diversity. Man was a spirit dressed in a body. Planet Earth is a spirit dressed in a body. The sun is a spirit dressed in a body. What is a constellation? Nziwa. It is a cluster of stars, a gathering of stars, which in space are in an environment closer to or less than the Earth. But I say this that the universe is immensely large. There are billions of solar systems, and in the periphery of our solar system there are star clusters, therefore groups of stars that are placed in a close space. And these star clusters that we call star constellations. And the zodiac has 12 star constellations which are Aries, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Gemini and Taurus. These are the 12 constellations of the zodiac. Here is the first paragraph which was entitled, The Spirit and the Body in the Universe. I summarize by saying that man is a spirit dressed in a body. The planet Earth is a spirit dressed in a body. The sun is a spirit dressed in a body. Each star is a spirit dressed in a body. And there are star clusters or groups of stars called constellations, and we have 12 star constellations that form the 12 constellations of the zodiac. and each constellation has a patron, an archangel who directs it. If each star has a spirit, a constellation, a group of stars, a star cluster also has a spiritual being who is its patron, so an archangel supervises this star cluster. And each archangel who supervises this constellation of stars. Each archangel has a name. Each archangel has a pennant where there is a drawing, sometimes the drawing of Pisces, sometimes Aries, Taurus, etc. Each archangel has a word of power, Impova Yalendo. Each archangel has a staff of command, a scepter of power. The second paragraph is entitled The Maturation of Planet Earth. For example, someone wants to have coffee with milk, and he has a certain number of workers to whom he has ordered the preparation of this coffee. He tells a first worker to go and light a fire, and this worker will light a fire as soon as the fire is lit and his work is finished, he withdraws. And the boss says to a second worker, you go, you put water in a saucepan and you put it on the fire. He also goes, he takes water and he puts it in a saucepan and he will put it on the fire, his work is finished, he withdraws and the water will start to boil. Once the water starts to boil, the boss sends another worker and he tells him to take this coffee powder and put it in this boiling water. And this worker takes the powder and puts it in it, his work finished, he withdraws. After a certain period this coffee has boiled enough, the boss sends another worker saying to him, you are going to take this saucepan where there is coffee boiling, you put sugar, you put milk, you distill, and you put it on the table. This worker will put sugar, will put milk, and then the coffee is ready. I simplified by saying we want to prepare coffee. A certain number of workers intend to prepare this coffee. A first worker lights a fire, his mission completed, he withdraws. A second will put water in a saucepan and put on the fire, his mission completed, he withdraws. A third worker will put coffee powder, his mission completed, he withdraws. A fourth will put sugar and milk, his mission completed, he withdraws. And another will put it on the table and the boss can go get coffee. So his coffee there that he will drink in the preparation and go through several stages. The maturation of the planet Earth is similar to this example. To reach its degree of maturity, it must undergo the influences of the several constellations of stars. It is enough that this constellation pours its energy on the sun and the sun which sends us the light Ntemo, the heat Mbao, and the life Moyo. The sun will therefore send us a light, a heat, and a life which are coloured by the energy of this constellation. This constellation will pour its influences on the planet Earth for 2,000 years. After 2,000 years, this constellation withdraws and another constellation will rise. Let us take as an example the constellation of Aries. The influences of Aries are not the same as those of Taurus. And for 2,000 years, Aries will influence the planet Earth. After 2,000 years, Aries withdraws, comes another constellation that will begin to act, for example, the constellation of Pisces, which will begin to influence the planet Earth for 2,000 years. And after 2,000 years, this constellation will also withdraw, and it leaves room for another constellation, as called, for example, Aquarius. At one time in the ancient Egyptian civilization, we were in the zodiacal era of the constellation of Taurus, and when the era of Taurus is over in symbolic, the pyramids that were built there up to the current technology, the engineers are amazed. Tandu means an era. The verb kinata means carrier, transported. Massa, Maza, Mamba, and Koko and Langu means water. Kinatimasa means the water bearer. And this era that our ancestors called Tandu Kia Kinatimasa, that the West calls the era of Aquarius. At the beginning of a new era, each of these being the era of Taurus, Aries, Pisces, the era of Aquarius, etc. Mikhael Massa video, subscribe, share and comment please.